If you run into your ex in public, only one of two things could happen. Either A, everything is cool, y'all say your quick hi and byes, or B, it's the most weird, uncomfortable situation you have ever been in. But there's a third option that nobody talks about that my friend Jenny had to go through that she will truly never forget. So it's a Friday night. Me and my friends, we're out to eat and we are absolutely smacking the truffle fries and garlic aioli, right? You never had it, you need to. And we're having a great time yapping about literally everything until the most unexpected thing possible could happen. All of a sudden, I get hit from my one friend. She's like, girl, do you see who's over there? I'm like, over where? She's like, girl, over by the door. I'm like, no, who is that? She's like, girl, you don't recognize him? She's like, honestly, I didn't really recognize him either. But girl, that's Jenny's ex. I said, Jenny's ex? She's like, yeah, like he's right over there. I'm looking. I'm like, yo, he's changed a lot. Mind you, it's been 5 years since they've even been together. Okay, this was like early beginning of college. So of course, I hit Jenny. I'm like, Jenny, bro, look over by the door. Do you know who that is? She's looking and she's like, where? I said, girl, the tall, brown-haired dude. Please tell me you remember. She looks a little bit harder. She's like, yo, is that Eric? I said, mm-hmm. And just as we're all staring, right? It was low-key very obvious. All of a sudden, you see him turn around, look dead into our eyes, wave, right? Looks ecstatic. Next thing you know, this man is walking over to our table. Jenny's like, bro, why is he coming over here? I said, I don't know, but you better be prepared. She wasn't, but neither was I. This man comes over here, right? Mind you, this man 5 years ago, if he saw anybody in public that he was like low-key uncomfortable with, he would have left immediately, right? He was in his dorm room playing games, only hanging with his roommate, right? Didn't know how to make new friends, could not speak for the life of him. Quiet little antisocial boy. I was surprised him and Jenny even dated for as long as they did. This was not that same guy. He comes over to the table. He's like, oh my gosh, Jenny? Lala? Natalie? Going around the table. All of a sudden, this man starts yapping to everyone at the table. Talking about, yo, it's so good to see you guys. What's everybody been up to? Right? So we're all talking. Next thing you know, this man pulls up a chair, sits at our table. Last thing I thought was going to happen. And as this man is sitting and talking, I'm looking at him like, wow. Not only do you sound better, right? You sound confident. You know how to talk, right? But you looking kind of good. I'm thinking, Jenny has to be thinking something crazy right now. So he's going around asking us stuff, right? He has his arm on the table. I noticed something blinging underneath his sleeve, right? I'm looking. I'm thinking, hold on. You got some nice little jewelry on, right? I'm looking at him a little bit more. I'm noticing, okay, nice little button up, right? I'm thinking you definitely got money. I don't know what you got into, but you got money and he proves it. So we get to him. We're talking about, what have you been up to? Right? What are you doing here? He's talking about, I'm meeting with some work people right now. We're just talking about some business stuff. I'm like, oh, what do you do for work? Right? These your coworkers? This man kind of chuckles a little bit. He's like, not coworkers. I would say more like employees. I said, employees? He's like, yeah, like they work for me. I said, hold on. You got your own business? He's like, yeah, actually I do. Like, a year before I graduated college, I ended up starting my own thing. Like, it's doing pretty well. By the looks of it, it must be. Then Jenny starts chiming in, right? Asking where he lives now, how he likes his work, all of this. And I can tell Jenny's interested, right? You can tell when your friend, yeah, I could tell she was going, right? Him, on the other hand, yapping too, right? They're talking like we ain't even at the table anymore. I'm thinking, honestly, love this for y'all, right? So while they're chatting it up, all of a sudden, I look up and I see this girl, right? She keeps looking back at our table. I hit my other friend. I'm like, do you know who that is? She's like, who? Oh, her? No. I'm like, well, she keeps looking at this table like she knows one of us. Next thing you know, she starts walking up to the table. She gets right behind Eric, puts her hand on his shoulder, and goes, honey, how's it going over here? Honey? He puts his hand back on her hand and is like, oh, it's good. Like, these are some of my old friends. Jenny, Lala, Natalie. She's like, oh, hi, nice to meet all of you. I'm Lillian, Eric's wife. Wife? I'm not gonna lie. Why did nobody realize this man had a ring on? Right? I noticed the watch, completely missed the ring. Right? He must have had that hand down. Then the wife goes, oh, okay, I was just checking in. I'm going to go back over there for a little bit, but I'll see you soon. Eric's like, yeah, I'll be over there soon. I look at Eric, I'm like, how long have you been married? He's like, well, we've been married for 2 years. Then Jenny asks, do you guys have any kids? This man's like, yeah, we actually have a 7-month-old. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I have to say it. I'm like, Eric, you're doing so good for yourself. Like, you have changed so much. How did this happen? Right? How did you go from quiet buddy, not even talking to nobody, to you married with a business and a child? He's smiling from ear to ear. He's like, honestly, like, I met a lot of people my last couple years in college and like outside of college, and I don't know, they helped me get me out of my shell. Like, they were teaching me so much, and I had to learn these social skills. I was using this app called Gleam. Like, I said, Gleam? I've definitely heard of that before. He's like, yeah, it's this app. Like, have you used Duolingo, like, for Spanish? I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's literally like Duolingo, but for social skills, and it has networking in there, how to be a leader, dating life. Like, I use that 24/7. It's helped me so much with networking, even dating, talking. I look at him, I'm like, yeah, best believe it's working. I can tell in every aspect of your life, right? Just off of this conversation. So we keep chatting a little bit more, and then he gets up, he goes back, we all say our goodbyes, right? And I get up, right? I'm going to the bathroom. We've been sitting and talking for a while. So I get up to go to the bathroom. And as I'm going to the bathroom, right, this guy stops me. That's a part of their little group. He's like, you know Eric? I'm like, yeah, like a lot of us, like, we went to college with him. He's like, whoa, what was he like in college? I'm like, who are you? I'm like, well, he was pretty quiet to himself. Like, he's definitely changed a lot. He's like, that's insane. Like, you know you're talking to, like, a multimillionaire, right? I said, you? He's like, no, Eric. I said, wait, Eric's a multimillionaire? He's like, yeah, bro. Like, he started a huge solar panel industry, and, like, he has construction. Like, we're all his employees. He didn't tell you? I said, I knew y'all were his employees, but I didn't know he was making money like that. So I hurry up and go to the bathroom because I need to come back and tell this to Jenny. And as I come back to the table, I see we got our tabs. We're about to get up and leave. So we get up. I'm like, Jenny, like, did you know that Eric is a multimillionaire? She's like, what? How do you know? I said, bro, on the way to the bathroom, one of his little friends stopped me and told me. She's like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's not even the craziest part. We're walking out, right? Him and his wife got a driver. I think they got an Uber Black, right? His wife gets in the car, right? I see him hugging other people, saying goodbye, right? We're all there, so we give him one last hug and say goodbye. And our friend Natalie is like, wait, before you leave, like, can we see a picture of your daughter? He's like, oh, sure. This man pulls up his phone, right? Shows us a picture of his daughter. She has a cute little hat on of when she was a newborn. Her name is on the hat. I said, hold on. I zoom into the picture. I said, what's her name? He's like, oh, her name is Jenny. Looks directly at Jenny and smiles. I said, ain't no way. This should have been the love of your life.